It's a common question I see floated around, something to the effect of, a client asked for a discount, what do I do? This could be in reference to a client who is wanting to come very regularly, somebody who wants a family discount since several people in their family will be coming regularly, or just because they're looking for a deal. A lot of different scenarios can lead to this, and there's just as many answers you'll see in response. So instead of giving a blanket answer here, I'm going to give you several questions to ask yourself to help you work out what's best for your particular scenario if a client ever asks you for a discount. Hey y'all, Savannah Bell here with My Massage World, where I give business advice and strategies for the real world. And I know a lot of us, including myself, are tempted to immediately say absolutely not in response to being outright asked for a discount. And others really struggle with boundaries and would bow to whatever request a client makes. So instead of blanket answers, let's look at this request objectively and ask ourselves a few questions so that we can come to a firm conclusion. Because here's the thing, there's a human factor. There's a gazillion and one minute pieces to a situation that could affect how you approach this and your response. I mean, I gave free monthly massages to a client for, I believe it was like a year. People might freak out about that, but she had been a long-time loyal client, like years, loyal client. Her house burned down completely, and then found out in the midst of that her husband had not been paying their insurance and instead was spending it on a mistress. So she and her children were effectively homeless and abandoned. So yeah. Again, human factor here, okay? You can't be charitable to the point of killing your business, but you can also be understanding of very specific situations and nuance. So with all that said, number one, what is the purpose of the discount? In other words, why do they think they should get it? Are they the boundary pusher type or are they justifying it with coming more often than they would otherwise? Or like, how did they phrase it? That's important to show their intent. If this is just a boundary pusher type person, then my immediate answer would be no, and don't even need to really go any further with these questions. But if it's got you thinking like, maybe I could give a discount to people to get them to come more often, I mean, that's how membership programs typically work, then okay, let's look at some more questions. Number two, best you can tell, is this person on a strict budget and couldn't come otherwise, or could they pay full price and are just looking for a deal? Some people like to haggle. It's just who they are and what they do, and they honestly don't mean any offense by it. Some people can't afford what you offer. And that brings me to question number three. Does this person fit your ideal client profile, and does discounting fit your brand at all? Not being able to pay your full price is a pretty good indication that they don't fit your ideal client profile. It's not a bad thing. It just means they're not for your business and you can refer them elsewhere. And if you don't discount at all because it doesn't suit your brand, then that gives you your answer as well. Again, the human element here and nuance to the situation. But if otherwise this person and a discount it all fits, then let's keep going. Number four. Is this an existing and loyal client? If so, how long have they been coming and how often do they come? This is a big factor because a new client just asking is a very different scenario from somebody who has spent a lot of money with you and who you've come to know pretty well, right? So how much money have they spent already? Would they, really cut down on coming or stop coming altogether if you don't give them a discount? And how does all of that affect your numbers? Number five, if this is about coming more often, what does that look like? How do you guarantee it? Like paying up front, like a membership type thing. Run the numbers and determine if this is a good return on the investment of that discount. Number six, when is the last time you raised your rates? And number seven, do you plan on raising your rates anytime soon? You definitely don't want to lock someone in at an even lower price when you're already due for a rate increase. Number eight, how desperate are you for clients and money coming in to pay the bills? I understand desperation, but unless you're in seriously dire straits, don't discount just out of desperation. It's bad for your business long term. Number nine, how are other forms of marketing working for you right now? Discounts are an investment, and you have to be sure they'll pay off with a good positive ROI like any other investment. So would that be better spent in another form of marketing that would pay off even better than granting this discount request? And lastly, based on all of this, number 10, what would be your justification for doing this sort of discount for them? And number 11, what would be your justification for not doing this discount for them? This is like a pros and cons list here. Consider this objectively and determine which justification makes more sense for you and for your business. Making a rash decision of yes or no isn't usually advisable in most situations, and this one isn't all that different. Again, there's clear-cut reasonings to jump to a no here, but an objective decision is best. So consider asking yourself these 11 questions if you're posed with the question, can I get a discount? Thank you so much for watching today. Be sure to check us out over at mymassageworld.com. Follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. Sign up for emails, join our Facebook group, and keep an eye out for updates, business tips, free content, and all kinds of other goodies to help you grow your massage practice. See you next time.